all I have to do is go on the internet and say something obvious, like women can't drive. Duh, everyone knows it. If you don't like what I do, but you watch everything I'm doing, you're still a fan. So who owns the internet?
Andrew Tate has completely taken over the internet. Everyone is talking about him. Celebrities, influencers, news networks. Hell, even Steve from accounting knows who he is. But the question is, how did Andrew Tate rise from the dark depths of complete obscurity to one of the internet's most infamous personalities in just a few short months? Is he just a controversial douchebag basking in his 5 minutes of internet fame? Or is it all part of a more sinister master plan to brainwash and control an entire generation and make hundreds of millions of dollars in the process? I think you'll find the answer complicated. But first, let's rewind for a second. At the beginning of 2022, Andrew Tate was relatively unknown. He had a social media presence with a loyal but small following. But almost no one had heard his name or knew anything about him. However, somewhere between then and a few short months later, something changed. And now, Andrew Tate is more Googled than the Queen of England, Donald Trump, or even Kim Kardashian. How on earth is this possible? Is it luck? A perfect storm of algorithms, controversy, and showing off beautiful women to millions of sexually frustrated young men? Well, it's actually quite simple. All you have to do is follow the Tate master plan for internet domination and complete all 5 steps in order. And the result? Well, you'll see for yourself. Let's get started with step 1. To take over the internet, first you need content, and you need a lot of it. When launching a new brand or product, companies will typically spend a large amount of money on marketing and advertising. This may involve large internal marketing teams or agencies, videographers, AdWords campaigns, and even actors to produce video content. Andrew Tate, on the other hand, has a silver tongue and a smartphone. If you watch enough of his content, you start to realize just how easy it is to produce in insanely high quantities. Most of the time, Andrew is simply being recorded via a smartphone, which is then uploaded straight to social media with almost no editing. You can see this in action on the Tate Confidential YouTube channel. Before all the videos were deleted, there were hundreds of hours of content featuring Andrew, all recorded on an iPhone in vlog style over several years. All of this content can simply be re-uploaded and spread around the internet infinitely via clips, shorts, or compilations. This channel is proof that Andrew doesn't need studio lighting or professional equipment, scripts, actors, or props. He just uses his iPhone to record himself in real time. Now, all of this is made possible by Andrew's unique ability to talk about almost any subject at length while keeping it entertaining and ensuring his viewers are engaged. If you pay attention to his monologues, he rarely stutters, sounds extremely coherent, and his body language is emotive and confident. He has all the characteristics of a very charismatic and entertaining individual, something that is an extremely difficult skill to develop if you're not a natural. And if you combine this with the sporting achievements and material possessions Tate has accumulated over the years, it results in the perfect content production assembly line. Not to mention Tate's life is just naturally exciting, filled with private jets, beautiful women, sports cars, and international travel. Where companies need huge marketing teams, executive approval, and hundreds of hours of planning and executing marketing campaigns, Andrew Tate simply starts filming on his iPhone. Where fake gurus have to go out and rent a sports car, nice house, and buy fake jewelry to create their video content, Andrew Tate simply starts filming on his iPhone. In addition, Andrew is clearly not faking his lavish lifestyle. His cars have custom Tate license plates and even the Tate name embroidered on his Bugatti. His mansion in Romania is legitimate, and the private jets are far too numerous to be faked. All of this results in immense social proof, giving a huge natural boost to the entertainment and legitimacy factor of his already charismatic personality. So how does all of this content gain traction so quickly? Well, there are a number of reasons, but the first has to do with a fundamental shift in the algorithms that power social media, otherwise known as Step 2. It's been common knowledge for some time now that individual brands are becoming the new norm rather than companies or corporate brands. A good example of this is adult film stars moving away from adult film companies to personal OnlyFans accounts, or consumers naturally preferring influencers rather than some faceless brand or company providing the same information or entertainment. People can simply relate to an individual on a deeper and more intimate level. It also allows for a phenomenon called a parasocial relationship to form, where a viewer becomes attached and invested in the individual. This often evolves into a one-sided psychological bond, where viewers can effectively become friends or form some kind of emotional relationship with the individual despite never having met them in real life. This is why individual brands see so much success on social media. PewDiePie, Bradley Martin, Pokimane, and now Andrew Tate. In addition, we're now seeing another fundamental change in social media algorithms. With the rise and success of TikTok, it's clear that short-form content is the future, and other platforms are scrambling to catch up. All the big social media platforms, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, Snapchat, and now YouTube, are in one big race to dominate the short-form space, and are currently pushing their short-form content extremely aggressively. So, what's the best way to gain exposure quickly? Well, by blowing up the short-form content algorithm on all of these platforms. As we've already seen, Tate's content is incredibly easy and efficient to produce. By constantly pumping out content, splitting it up, and uploading it to the various short-form platforms, the entire internet is quickly saturated in a way we've never seen before. This saturation is accelerated due to these social media platforms rewarding frequency. And if you can constantly upload new content all the time, their algorithms will push it. Don't believe me? Well, at the time of this video, Andrew Tate's content has been viewed over 13 billion times on TikTok alone. To put that into perspective, there are currently 7.9 billion people alive at this very moment. Hypothetically, Tate's content has been viewed enough for every person on the planet to have seen one of his videos more than once. Also, as Andrew Tate content is so popular, news networks and creators are incentivized to keep featuring his name and face. Take the H3 Podcast Highlights channel. Every single Andrew Tate video vastly outperforms any other content, simply because Andrew is currently trending. So, now that we know why massive amounts of content being frequently uploaded is a major catalyst for explosive growth, how is Andrew Tate accomplishing this? It's simple. He weaponizes his followers. If you pay attention to all the Andrew Tate content out there, you can see only a very small percentage of it is coming from Andrew's personal social media accounts, like the Tate Speech YouTube channel or the @CobraTate Instagram account. The rest is uploaded by other accounts, and Andrew has nothing to do with them. In fact, at the time of this video, many of Andrew's social media accounts have been banned, and he can no longer personally upload content to the platform. So why do other people upload Andrew's content? What's in it for them? Well, they get paid for it. Andrew has an online education platform called Hustlers University. It currently costs $49 per month to be a member. Within this platform, existing members can enroll in an affiliate program, and if they refer other students to Hustlers University, can earn up to 48% of the sale. For many, often young, individuals, especially in poorer countries, this is a lot of money, and they're instructed to choose the most controversial clips of Tate to upload in order to achieve maximum views and engagement. In one guide, Hustlers University students are told that attracting comments and controversy is the key to success. What you ideally want is a mix of 60 to 70% fans and 40 to 30% haters. You want arguments, you want war. And if you take a look online, this is exactly what they're doing. Almost every single YouTube channel, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, or Facebook account posting Andrew Tate content also has some kind of affiliate link to Hustlers University. It's the perfect recipe. Take advantage of social media's current push towards short-form content by publishing regular controversial videos en masse, and incentivizing individuals with an affiliate program to do so. However, the content itself must now be examined. Why is it so controversial and causing so much debate? First, we must consider the fact that Andrew Tate is simply uncancelable, at least for now. He's made a lot of money from his previous webcam, casino, and property ventures, and has already been involved in almost every scandal and controversy you could think of. Yet, his brand still lives on. He also doesn't answer to anyone. Unlike athletes, for example, who represent brands and sports teams, actors who represent movie studios, employees who represent their workplace or boss, if these people were to publicly say the same things that Tate does, they would instantly lose their career and source of income. So, obviously, they don't, regardless of if they share a similar opinion. Tate doesn't have the same restrictions. He is able to say things that aren't socially acceptable, and many people, particularly men, seem to agree with some of his opinions, for better or for worse. For example, Tate is very vocal about his thoughts on women. He has claimed in the past that he does not allow women he's dating to visit nightclubs without him present. He's also said that men are better drivers than women on average, and the more sexual partners a woman has had, the less attractive she is.
The idea that a woman can sleep with as many people as she wants just because she wants to is wrong. It's absolutely wrong. Every man knows it and every woman knows it.
Tate also has a very controversial opinion on mental health. And at the end of the day, it doesn't matter if his opinions are right or wrong, because they are his personal opinions, and their purpose is to spark debate and arguments, ultimately resulting in more awareness of Tate's personal brand and, by extension, his education platform, Hustlers University.
And I've realized that the people who don't like me cannot stop being obsessed with me. There is more people out there in the world, hundreds, probably thousands of people sitting there just thinking, Tate, 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 I hate this guy, Tate, 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 but they're saying my name. I'm getting millions and millions of dollars worth of advertising per day for free based on my haters making videos, trying to explain to the world that for some reason I'm a bad person.
So, now we know that Andrew Tate is using low-effort content combined with new age social media algorithms and a weaponized audience to spread controversial content. The question is though, why is this content so successful? Why was Andrew Tate not simply cancelled and labeled a misogynistic outcast before he could gain so much traction? To understand this, we must look to the audience he is targeting. Tate didn't just explode on the internet for no reason. There is an underlying cause, and Andrew Tate is the symptom. And that cause is teenage boys and young adult men, better known as Generation Z. Why are they so infatuated with Tate? Is it his money? Or his success? Confidence? Is it the beautiful women he surrounds himself with? Or is it something on a deeper level? It's no secret that the young men of Generation Z are very troubled. In 2020 alone, 59% of young adults in the US aged 18 to 26 experienced some kind of direct or household unemployment. Gen Z is also the most depressed generation yet. There are a number of reasons why, like the over-reliance on social media, for example, but one in particular sticks out. In a study, 50% of Gen Z men feel that feminism has gone too far, making it harder for men to succeed. And it's not hard to see why they might think that. From the men are trash hashtag to the rise of incel and simp being used as common insults towards men, or the incredible success of OnlyFans, mainly dominated by women earning tens of millions of dollars from male fans. Feminism has done a lot of good for society, but are we possibly starting to see an overcorrection? Whatever the true reason is, young men are angry, upset, and confused. And when you combine that with the fact that in single-parent families in the US, 80% of them are headed by single mothers, this means there are millions of young men who have likely never had a father figure in their lives. And this creates the perfect storm. They likely see Tate as the father figure they never had, or an older, wiser, and successful brother to look up to. Tate also realizes this, and you can see how his marketing strategy has evolved to take advantage of it. For example, by joining the Twitch streams of extremely popular young male Twitch streamers, he is instantly exposed to millions of young men. Tate also constantly hammers home that he came from nothing and was very poor growing up.
And when he died, he didn't leave us a penny. So there was no kind of trust fund, we didn't even have a wealthy upbringing. We come from a very poor upbringing. When we moved to England, we were in a homeless shelter. for the first year as we were trying to find council housing.
He makes it clear his wealth and success was his own doing, and that he did face struggles along the way. He is able to uniquely empathize with young men who are likely in a similar situation. And there you have it, the 5-step process to global world domination, as discovered by Andrew Tate. For the lowly cost of your soul and reputation, you too can replicate this immense success and make millions of dollars. From a business and marketing perspective, it's genius. As to what effect this will have on the young men of Generation Z and the world as a whole, it's unclear. But that is a topic for another video.